There was once a poor boy who spent his childhood struggling to survive. He lived in a small village and often went without food. Each day, he would wander from house to house, selling small items just to earn enough money to buy bread. Hunger followed him everywhere, and so did loneliness. But despite his hardships, he carried within him a strong spirit and the hope that one day life would change. One afternoon, after a long day of wandering, he felt faint from hunger. His stomach ached, and his throat was dry. With trembling hands, he knocked on the door of a house, intending to ask for just a glass of water. A young girl opened the door and looked at him with kind, curious eyes. She could see how weak and exhausted he was. Instead of bringing water, she went inside and returned with a tall glass of milk. The boy's eyes widened in surprise. Milk was something rare and precious, something he could not afford. He hesitated for a moment, but the girl gently offered it to him. He drank it slowly, savoring each sip as though it was the finest drink he had ever tasted. When he finished, he looked at her gratefully and asked, "How much do I owe you?" The girl smiled and shook her head. "You don't owe me anything," she said softly. "My mother taught me never to take payment for kindness." The boy's eyes filled with tears. That simple act of generosity gave him not only strength for that day, but also renewed faith in humanity. He thanked her sincerely and went on his way, never forgetting the girl who gave him more than milk. She gave him hope. Years passed. The boy grew into a man, and with hard work and determination, achieved his dream of becoming a doctor. He studied tirelessly, dedicating his life to helping others the way kindness once helped him. He became a renowned physician, respected for his knowledge as well as his compassion. One day, in the very hospital where he worked, a woman was brought in suffering from a rare and life-threatening disease. The case was complicated, and many doctors hesitated to take responsibility. But Dr. Howard Kelly, the boy who once begged for water, was called in. When he heard her name and discovered she was from his old village, his heart stirred with recognition. He went to see her and, upon looking at her face, realized she was the very girl who had once given him a glass of milk. Memories flooded back, and he knew in that moment that this was his chance to repay a debt he had carried in his heart for years. Dr. Kelly devoted himself to her treatment, using every resource, every skill, and every ounce of care he possessed. After long weeks of treatment, she was finally cured. Relief spread through her family, but another worry remained: the enormous hospital bill. When the bill was handed to her, she feared how she would ever pay it. With trembling hands, she opened the envelope. To her astonishment, across the bill were written these words: "Paid in full, with one glass of milk." Tears filled her eyes. The kindness she had once given returned to her most exceptionally. This story teaches us a timeless truth. No act of kindness, no matter how small, ever goes unrewarded. Like ripples in water, kindness travels far and always finds its way back.